Financial disclaimer, y'all. Financial disclaimer, y'all. Here's the fair use for you all. Fair use disclaimer. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, there it is. There it is, y'all. Welcome back. Yeah. Welcome back, y'all, to the Solomon Project. To the Solomon. Oh man, the glare, the glare. Yeah, because with the glare, it's the Solomon Project with the glare. Where it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep that counts. Somebody that told me that, and I never forgot, shocked me because the person that told me that before their passing never once spoke to me about investing, business, finance, none of that. Never. But just before passing, they comes through and they say that to me. I'm trying to recall if at some point in time I had a conversation about business or investing, and I don't think I ever did. I don't think I ever did. But before their passing, they said, listen, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. The fact that this person told me this, that blew my mind. This person is all about academia, all about academia, all about school, school, school. What'd you have for breakfast? I had cereal. No! You eat school for breakfast. You eat it for lunch, dinner. You dream. School. That was my father. My father was a chemical engineer. He was also a college professor. He taught chemistry and math. And that's all he ever talked about: academia, school. I'd be in junior high school and he's asking me college math questions. And when I didn't know how to answer his question, he will flip. He will flip. He would start saying, what the hell are they teaching you kids here in the United States? You don't know what the cosine is of something or the other? Like, Pop, what are you talking about? I'm in seventh grade. Oh, by seventh grade, we were doing this, that. Probably was true. Back home, yeah. That's, and, and you know, that happens a lot. In college, I was meeting people from different countries: Nigeria, South Korea, Japan, from Peru, Ecuador. When it came to math, they were tutors for the students that were raised here in the United States. All those people from these other parts of the world, they were their tutors to help them pass their courses, pass their classes. Forgive me, I'm going to be chewing in your ear. You know, The professor's going to tackle a subject. She's going to tackle it. So I'm just gonna it's funny because I saw a video on, I think it's on her community page. I saw the video and hell, am I not transmitting, transforming, translucent? Yeah, I'm right here. Just gonna, I'm gonna do the volume check, what I always do. Telling you right now, man. Yo, my man, I'm telling you, my man. Well, somebody comes up. Nah, man, I gotta check the volume on this piece right here. Please, I don't want to spill his beans on the brand new carpet. The wife will lose it. Where we at? We right here. I'm just gonna check the volume real quick. Please, please. Yeah, my boy just locked in. Just locked in a couple of things. Where's my? This is what I'm talking about right here. Because I should be. Oh, I'm over here complaining when it's right here. It's right here, y'all. But I definitely. Oh man, my homeboy sent me this text, and it's crazy because this text. The professor already knows because we spoke about it on my live on Saturday Night Live. I brought it up, and this video, sir, the video that she posted in her community page serves as confirmation, maybe, if you will, about what I mentioned on the live. And then my homeboy sends me this text. I'm gonna read it. He tells me this is the message we got today. Due to delay of vessel and custom tariff, we are experiencing shortage of loads this week. There will be no load for tomorrow. He's a truck driver. He's not getting a load tomorrow. So tomorrow, he's not going to generate income. Expected income. Understand, it's expected. Because tomorrow's Tuesday and he works on Tuesdays. But not tomorrow. Why? Let me read it again. I'll tell you why. Due to delay of vessel and custom tariff. Y'alls. This little game that the Trump administration is playing is not just affecting us. The impact is global. That's fly, right? It's global. And I know people are out there because the dollar has been going down in value. And you got a bunch of people on the sidelines waiting for the dollar to collapse because the BRICS nations are going to take over. That ain't happening, but folks, that ain't happening. The BRICS were supposed to have taken over 15, 20 years ago. Keep saying the same thing every year, and it ain't happening. It hasn't happened yet, and it won't be happening. Yeah, but the dollar, this, the dollar. If you ain't a student of modern monetary theory, then debating that BRICS is going to take over, it's going to be very difficult for you. Very difficult. I keep in contact with a professor that teaches modern monetary theory. It could scramble your brains, but the bottom line is that no, dollar ain't going to get replaced. This trade war that's going on with China, I understand some people believe that China is powerful enough to stick it to the US, but I'm going to tell you right now, the Chinese economy is in really bad shape. I think I brought it up in a previous video. They're going through deflation. Deflation is hmm, hmm. Here's the bad part of deflation. The bad part about it. Some people go to a store and they're looking for sales. They find an article, they grab it, look at the price, and say, "Yeah, this is cheaper." Hey, Rod True, welcome through. So people see a price and and it's on sale. Like, yeah, this is the price point I like. This is where it's at. It was a little more expensive a few days ago, but with this sale, I'm good with that. I'm gonna buy this. They buy it. They buy it, and then guess what happens? Guess what happens after they buy it? A few days later, they go to the same store to buy something else, and that same thing that they bought, it's even cheaper. How many times does that happen? Or maybe you don't go to the same store. Maybe you go to a different store and find the same thing that you bought in one store, and then go to the other store and it's cheaper at the other store. I know people that get mad about that. I know people that get mad about that. So what do? They try to wait to get the lowest possible prices. Now, when a bunch of people notice that the price of something goes down one week, and then they go back to the same store or another store and see the price get lower the second week, and then the third week the same thing happens, what do you think? What do you think human beings, most human beings will do? Most human beings will hold on to their money because they see a pattern. Price has been going down, man. Why don't we hold off? Why don't we wait? And it sets off a chain reaction, which is crazy. It sets off a chain reaction because if a store or a merchant lowers their price to get their sales up and their sales don't go up, they lower it a little bit more. Still nobody's buying? Well, then lower it a little more. Still nobody's buying it because everybody's seeing the price go down and they're saying, oh no, hey, it's going down. Let's hold on. And then it triggers off a chain reaction where prices continue to go down and down and down. But see, the prices can only go down but so far because there's a cost associated with your business, with your operation. There's a cost. Do you have a brick and mortar establishment? Is your stuff done through e-commerce? How are you doing your thing? How are you doing it? No matter how you're doing it, there's a cost associated with how you're doing it. So whenever you price your merchandise, all right, Queen, thank you. Whenever you price your merchandise, you got to consider the cost of operation, not just the materials you purchase to make whatever it is that you make, not just that. You got to include the amount of time it takes you to perform the duties associated with creating your product, packaging it, purchasing the packages or the materials to create your package. Do you have blank packages or is there lettering on it? Maybe a design. That ain't free. Or if you're doing it, it's going to take you time. Is your time free? Inexperienced business people get involved in a business, and this happens a lot in the trucking industry. You get involved in a business and you're too busy trying to undercut everybody else because you want all the sales. And what happens? You got a deflationary event going on if other people hop in and start doing the same thing you're doing. The rates in the trucking industry, the rates for products to be transported, they've gone down a great deal since the pandemic, and they haven't been able to go up. And you get all these truckers complaining. They come on YouTube, complain, "Hey, it's these people that keep taking cheap freight." There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. You got some you got some truckers that don't understand that they're participating in something that's going to harm everybody because they want to guarantee themselves a load. They have a scarcity mentality, and as a result, rates are real low. Why would the shippers raise rates when there's so many people that are willing to take it at the price that there is now? And they could probably even go lower and they'll still be snatching it up. It's to their benefit that it's to their benefits that all these truckers are having a race to the bottom. Yield their benefit. They pay less. They pay less for shipping. Now, here's the tricky part. They're paying less for shipping. However, the merchant that's receiving Are they lowering their price because they're paying less to have their goods shipped to them? Or don't tell nobody. You see this bottle right here? You see this cup right here? I charge people $2 for this cup, this coffee cup, this large, this 16-ounce coffee cup, plastic coffee cup. I'm charging people $2 a cup. Before, in order to have that cup shipped to my warehouse, it would cost me $1 per cup, and I sell it at $2 a cup. So I make 100% profit. But you know what? Because all these truckers, they're cutting each other's throat, and because they're cutting each other's throat, I don't pay $1 per cup anymore. I'm paying 65 cents a cup now to have that delivered to me. So it went from $1 to 65 cents. That's a pretty big drop. But I'm still selling my cup at $2. Still selling it at 2. Nobody has to know. Nobody's business. I'm making a bigger profit. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but just keep it real. That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking you to keep it real. I, the receiver, am paying less to receive the goods that I'm selling. I was selling it at $2. They were shipping it to me for $1 per cup. I'm selling it at $2 per cup. But now, because of all these cutthroat truck drivers cutting each other's throat, the shipper now, all he's charging me is 65 cents per cup now. Oh, well, why am I going to lower the price of my cup when my sales haven't dipped down? My sales are still the same. They haven't gone down. I don't feel the need to lower my price so I could sell the same amount that I was selling before if it went down. No, it's still the same. I'm selling 50,000 cups a week. So I used to get it at $1 a cup, but now I'm getting it at 65 cents a cup. But I'm still selling 50,000 cups a week. What? And I'm making a bigger profit. Why am I going to lower the price? Now, maybe for what I'm selling, I don't have a bunch of people that are busy trying to cut everybody's throat. Maybe I don't have that. I may not have that. What that mean? Maybe I don't have too much competition, or the competition that I do have, they're a little more experienced with business, and they want to make that kind of profit too. Now, there could be a race to the bottom depending on how much leverage you have with your business or how much leverage the business as a whole has. But I could be lowering my price. My competitors can be lowering the price. So the cup went from $2 a cup, then it went to $1.95 a cup, then it went to $1.80 a cup because each one of us keeps lowering the price. to capture a larger market share. You talk about market share, you're talking about the amount of people that you capture in order to make a sale. I don't want to get into terminology like demographics and all that other stuff. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So the bottom line is, me and my competitors, we're going through this price war. We're lowering the prices, lowering, try to get more customers or keep the ones we have, depending on whether or not you're the one that triggers off the lowering of the prices. Now, at some point, we could have a meeting on the quiet. Does anybody know you came here to? No? All right, cool. What about you? Did you? No? All right. So check this out, right? Now, we've been lowering our prices to compete with one another, but, that's right, my brother. We're going to keep it on the hush. We're going to keep this meeting on the hush because we don't want anybody to know what we're about to agree to, because we're going to agree to something right now. Because so far, every time you lower the price, I lower it below the price you lowered it to, and then this one comes in and lowers it below that, and we're steady bringing the price down so much we're cutting into our profit. So I got a proposal. Hold up. Hold up. Let's all agree to sell these cups at no lower than $1.85 a cup. No lower than that. You agree? You agree? Yeah, $1.85. We're good with that. That's reasonable. Or we can go back up to two, but we keep it at two. All of us keep it at two. It's not just me. It's not just you. Everybody that's doing this whole coffee cup thing, coffee mug thing, we agree not to go below $2, right? Cool. That is illegal. Okay? That is illegal. That's called price fixing. And if the Federal Trade Commission catches you, you're going to have a tremendous lawsuit on your hands. That's the government filing a lawsuit against you. Why? Because you're eliminating competition. You're eliminating competition. In this capitalist society that we live in, competition is supposed to be something that favors the consumer. Well, right now we're meeting to kill that noise. We're not trying to, no, we ain't trying to hear none of that. That's illegal. That's price fixing. And you can get in big trouble for that. Yeah. So there's a government agency that says, hold up, what's going on here? How come y'all are selling your cups basically the same price? It might be a couple of pennies off or whatever, but that's nah. We need to investigate what's going on here, because that sounds like y'all got together and came to an agreement on a price. Nah, that's not, hey, that ain't legal. So we're going to conduct an investigation. But that's a regulatory body. Now, this administration wants to deregulate. What does that mean? That means that this administration is telling the Federal Trade Commission, hey, let it go. Let them rock. And the Federal Trade Commission is saying, well, yo, what you mean let them rock? They're eliminating competition. And so the consumers, the government says, leave it alone. Don't investigate it. Let it go. So the companies make their profit. Professor, did you catch the beginning of the video? Did you catch the beginning of it? Yeah, you need to come on up. Stop
No.
playing, Professor. You need to come on up. Listen. So Luckman, Magnolia Soldier, right? You see him there?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a package from my husband, so I might have to step away, but keep going.
All right. So before you step away, let me read to you. Like a fine, okay. Let me read this message that Luckman sent. Okay. Check this out. Because you brought this up. It says this is the message we got today. Ready for the message?
Yep, I'm
Because the
ready.
package ain't arrived. All right, here we go. Due to delay of vessel and custom tariff, we are experiencing shortage of loads this week. There will be no load for tomorrow.
Is that your company?
No, but that's my homeboy.
I just finished that video I told you I was going to make that plays on May 1st.
Yeah.
Trucks are about to stop moving. So my prediction is correct. This ain't a game anymore. People better start buying stuff now.
This ain't a game.
And it's funny you brought that up because like that video drops on May 1st. An article just came out. Trucks are about to stop moving.
Mm-hmm.
And guess which place people like to deliver to the least in the United States out here in the Pacific Northwest?
Wow. Wow. The
Would
highest
you
concentration of consumers is in the Northeast.
that too? So they're about to suffer.
They're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it. And
This
it's
is
global. It's
that's
not
what
just here.
I know. And the thing is, forget about who you voted for at this point. You better vote for your pantry at your house
Yeah.
and vote for stacking it to the rafters.
Well, let's see how long it lasts, because once these threats of tariffs started, once the news started coming out with threats of tariffs, these corporations started front loading their orders.
Oh, I know. I just
But
listened to a lady that's married to a trucker, but keep going.
I was just talking about price fixing, right?
Right?
But now check this out. These people are front loading their orders. So let's just pick whatever item, whatever. Item, whatever costs $1 each, right? For the person receiving the goods. That's what it costs them, $1 each. They sell it for $5. With the tariff, that $1 item could potentially go up to $3 an item. So is the merchant going to eat that difference, or are they going to pass it on?
You
Chances are they're
know
going
the
to pass it on.
Yeah, you know the
Right.
answer.
But now check this out, right? Because they're front running this stuff. They might order an outrageously large supply of this thing at $1. Maybe they're accustomed to ordering 2 weeks out, but now they're ordering 4 months out. So they got 4 months worth of this stuff at $1 a piece. But let's say May 1st is the day They got 4 months worth of stuff at $1. Homestead. Yeah, okay, cool. While you cook, all right. So you've got until what? You got till August. You can sell your merchandise till August, having bought enough to last you till August at $1 a piece. You're selling it at $5 a piece. But come May 1st, even though you got up until August at $1 a piece, but come May 1st, oh my God, look what happened. Oh man, this thing jumped up to $3 a piece. My apologies to my customers. I'm going to have to raise the price from now on. It's going from $5 to $8 a piece. So they're selling it at that higher price starting May 1st, when they can wait until August, but they're not going to wait till August. They're going to wait for the headline. When that headline hits, when that headline says, OMG, prices are shooting up. Yeah, I know I picked up 4 months worth at $1 a piece, but guess what? The headline says it started today. So as of today, yeah. So that profit margin is going to be nice and thick now, because I'm going to hop on that headline right along with them.
The issue is, as I've been telling people in my video that you'll see May 1st, I made a prediction that most people are still going to spend Memorial Day to Labor Day partying it up. And when they realize that it's fall and crap hit the fan for real, a lot of them are going to be in some deep crap.
Yeah, they are. A lot of people are.
People are still worried about things like Shannon Sharp, and I only talked about that because of mentality. Y'all worrying about who cheated on somebody, who cheated somebody out of something, who lied about something, who stole something, what celebrity hooked up with who. Real Housewives of Nothingness.
What kind of underwear were they wearing? Because I want to buy some too.
That kind of stupid stuff.
Yep.
Can I have that energy drink they were sipping on?
Okay.
Stuff that ain't stacking your refrigerator and your pantry. Stuff that ain't paying your bills up. Because this is getting bad. The fact that now those companies said that, and I had said in the video, it was Walmart, Home Depot, and freaking Target. Now, why is Home Depot important?
The housing.
The soil that they sell. You want to grow food, you're going either there or Lowe's most of the time to save money, unless you're like me. We got a distraction. That's the word I'm looking for.
We found the word. Rod got it.
None of that crap is going to matter when you can't put food on the table, when you can't heat your house, when you can't fill your car with gas because you're out here twerking, acting stupid, and living your hot girl summer. This is not the year for that.
Actually, as far as I'm concerned, because I was looking over
and Sexy Red again.
Sexy, that's my baby girl right there. Sexy Red. Listen, I opened up with the video with where I got the term. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. That counts, right?
Right.
And I was saying in the beginning of the opening of this live that it came from the person I never expected that phrase to come out of. Never. Came from my father. My father is all about academia. That's his thing.
You froze on me, Mr. Burns.
Oh, his main concern has always been, what I'm doing academically. So it's always been about what, he would sit me down. I mean, I was in seventh grade and he's asking me college grade math questions, and he's looking at me, and I don't know what the hell he's talking about, and he's steady criticizing me for not knowing the answer. Like that. I mean, in my first year of junior high school, or intermediate school or middle school, whatever phrase people use. I'm in my first year, and my dad is like, "Psst, the hell are they teaching you kids here in this country?" I'm like, "Dad, I think you're a little over the top now." But that's always been his thing: academics, not finance, not even though his mother was all about business. His mother's family, his cousins, his uncles on his mom's side, they were all about their. Most of those people are multimillionaires. They're all about business. They own stores of all kinds, hardware stores, grocery stores, supermarkets, all that. And my grandmother was a loan shark, so he said, "You can, what I'm saying." So they were always about finance, business, money. They were always about that. So my dad never expressed that. Never. Just before his passing, he finally came out and said, "Listen, just keep in mind, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep." I'm like, "Wow, seriously? You waited till you were about to kick the bucket to tell me this? Really?" My mom, on the other hand, she always used to talk about money somehow. But I don't even know why did I bring that up. I brought it up because I'll think of something. I'll think of a reason why I brought it up. Because I was thinking about the times during the Carter administration and the Nixon administration when we had those oil embargoes and we had those long lines at the gas station.
My mom talked about that
I
because I
remembered
think
it.
she was a preteen or a teen at the time.
Yeah, I was like 11 teen back then or something like that.
She was born 1962, so at that time she would have been like 10 or 11 maybe, but it's
She's
still
only three.
memorable.
She's only 3 years older than me.
Yep, she's born 1962. And she can remember that even being a young kid like it was yesterday.
Yeah. So watching this go down, and in New York City, we had a our economy collapsed in the 70s in New York City. Landlords were trying to get out of the commitments of their buildings, so they were paying people to burn their buildings down. People were getting uh, unalive because of fires left and right. Mm. In fact, I had two sisters of mine die that way.
LA riots, is that what you're talking about?
Hmm?
Were you just talking about the LA riots?
No, 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 no. In New York City, the landlords were burning their buildings so that they can get the insurance money, so
That
they can
don't
get out of
shock
that.
me. That don't
Yeah,
shock me.
yeah, it was crazy. Hmm. Mm. So here's my thing, right? After witnessing the oil embargoes, because there were like three of them. After witnessing the oil embargoes, after witnessing the stock market, the economic nonsense that was going on in 1985, the stock market crash of 1987, stock market crash of 2000, um, 2008, 2022, all these things that are happening. These things occur in cycles. And if you're distracted, you're going to forget about all that.
Right?
And they're not going to do anything that you whatever you're recommending now, they'll forget about it, and they'll be Googling what kind of underwear did Shannon Sharp wear?
Yep.
Because that's going to be more important. How much are a pair of Jordan? That's going to be more important. Remember when I used to do the Whip It Out Wednesday?
Yep.
And I used to dress all ridiculous with all those chains.
That was funny.
Well, the whole point of that, I think I mentioned it, was just how ridiculous it is to focus on displaying this illusion of being wealthy by using props like that.
Facts.
And which is why I brought up the story in my video, the last video that I posted about Luigi's uncle and Frankie's father when I lived on 76th Street in Columbus and Amsterdam. Man's busting his butt, working every day. Every day I see him. I lived there for years. I can't remember one. I struggled when I did that video. I struggled every day. No, not every day, but I struggled before making that video. I struggled trying to remember if there was a day I ever saw this man dressed outside of his janitor's uniform. Never did. Never seen him drive a car. Never seen it do anything but work. That's it. And he's picking up garbage in his janitor's uniform. He's doing repair work in different apartments because there were multiple buildings that he was servicing. I've seen him sweeping the sidewalks, sweeping the stairs out front. I go visit Frankie, and if he happens to be in that building, he's mopping the floors, taking out the trash. He's doing all that.
Right.
Years later, come to find out, he's not the janitor. He's the owner of those buildings. This man was a multimillionaire. He ain't walking around with chains, driving a Mercedes Benz. None of that. None of that. Just like this ex-coworker of mine who was transferring from one location to another, same company, but he's just transferring from one location to another. Gets to the location where he's got an interview with the manager of the new location. He's about to be late, but because it's a big area, big place, has no clue. So the janitor who's sweeping the parking lot, right, with the broom and the scooper there, the whatever that's called. And he shows him, gets to the manager on time, has his interview, it was great. He's going to transfer. Manager is showing him where he's going to park, all this other good stuff. Let me show you around, da da da. So my coworker says, "Oh yeah, there's the man that helped me so I can get to the interview on time." "Oh, you met him already?" Yeah. As a matter of fact, I want to thank him. "Oh, so you met? Oh, by the way, he's the owner of the company. he's a billionaire, okay? He's out there sweeping the parking lot. He ain't got gold fronts, chains, those big boy boots. What the hell? $5,000 jeans, Rolex, and all. No, he's sweeping the parking lot." And like you had mentioned before, you and Brandon, I think, both mentioned it, about these people that win these lotteries, huge amounts of money, and they're bankrupt soon after. They don't have the what? What are they missing?
The mindset.
Oh my God. They ain't got it. Hey, no free promotions up in here. They ain't got it.
I've been buying seeds like it's nothing. Then I gotta send you and Mr. Man
DeAndre.
out. Yes. I was losing my head. Thanks for telling me for a second. More soap soon.
I'm ready to start buying, by the way. I don't know how you're going to accept payment, Cash App or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't started that website yet. I gotta make more soap. This is my
Okay.
first weekend that I'm gonna start large batching, so
Well, I imagine you're hit because of this tariff war, this trade war.
it ain't showing itself yet, but it will. That's why I slowly buy that stuff. I told you I got a huge drum, I mean a huge bucket of coconut oil that's so huge my husband has to help carry it
Damn.
because I'm waiting for them to use that in case coconut oil runs out locally.
Hmm. Where
Oh,
where are they getting the coconut oil? Because we don't have coconuts here.
sure don't. I should hope it's coming from the Caribbean. And even then,
They're all getting
orange,
tariffed.
but that's what I'm saying. Orange Cheeto Puff man done tick them off too.
The biggest concern that I have personally, and that lately I've been hearing from economists, is this game that he's playing. The way he's playing this game, he's damaging relationships, and at the same time, allies are looking to establish relationships with others and either reduce the amount of trade that they're having with the US or cut it off completely.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I think
That's not
Canada,
good.
that's not good, especially with Canada wanting to do that.
Yep. That, in my opinion, is the dangerous part.
What's going to happen, and I don't particularly care. My prediction is that not so much the MAGA, but other people who voted for him might go Democrat to end this crap.
Let's see. Let's see if when the midterm elections come, people actually remember because propaganda is powerful.
It sure is.
They're going to crank up that propaganda right around the time of the elections.
I bet you them farmers that voted for his behind gonna remember.
They voted 3 times.
Losing your whole farm over this nonsense.
Listen, the first time around, there were people that self-deleted themselves.
Did they really?
Yeah, because they lost their farmland.
I didn't know there were some self deletions.
Yeah, talking about people that have had that land for generations, and now all of a sudden they become welfare kings and queens because they can't sell their stuff.
What I'm trying to get people to see is quit being distracted by stuff. And though Pope Francis was old and he was gonna go to the grave, even some of that after his funeral has become a distraction.
Of course it is. I wonder how many people know about the conflict that's going on. Oh, see, it's not just Ukraine against Russia. It's Ukraine against Russia, North Korea, and China. And now Iran is at the verge of getting into a war, or declaring war against the United States. I wonder how many people know about that.
You make sense given that I work for the federal government and I'm in defense, and Comrade Hegseth hasn't been too active about getting rid of
Comrade Hits. Wow.
I
Yeah, you're
think
right,
they're
though.
taking their sweet time firing people in the DOD because they know what's coming.
Yeah. This whole global economic complication can definitely spawn wars.
It can.
Mm-hmm.
I knew something
Mm-hmm.
was up when rumors started to spread that Putin preferred that Kamala win. I knew then something was up.
That dude, and anybody who knows anything about our history with the USSR
Ooh,
should know what that dude is all about. They should know.
yep.
If you don't know and you're my age, you weren't doing your homework. You were playing hooky. You wasn't going to history class.
Now I can tell you that the Berlin Wall fell when I was 9. I can tell some young kids. I remember in my geography books in elementary school when there was a East and West Germany, and they'll look at you crazy. Because I
Ain't doing their
remember,
homework.
yep, I remember that and remember thinking as I got older, it would still be that way. When the Berlin Wall went down, it was like, okay,
And at that time, Putin was KGB,
yep,
and he was posted right there on the wall. And when the decision was made and that wall started coming down, when them crumbs started coming down off that wall, he was scared to death. He went hiding in his office. And these people that broke that wall down came running in that office and scared the hell out of him. And the reason why he hates Hillary Clinton so much,
oh yeah, he hates the Clintons. That's a definite.
yeah, he can't stand them because when there was a revolt, he was already president, I think, at the time. When there was a revolt and the people were in the streets, leaflets were being dropped to encourage this. And that was when Clinton was Secretary of State. So he
Yep.
can't stand her.
Yep. That's why he wanted Trump that first go around, and Trump did win against Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep
I guess
telling
it's.
go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's safe to say that he liked it that she lost.
It's safe to say also that people need to stop playing around. If you got money to go to Starbucks every day, if you got money to run the streets, you got money to go buy rice and beans, boo-boo.
No do that. That was gonna be my next video. I was gonna discuss addictions.
Okay, I'll hold off on that then.
Mm-mm. If you got
Oh,
it, go ahead, put it out. Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
have anything to say. I just didn't think you was gonna take it in that direction. So I just think that's interesting. I want to hear what you have to say.
It's about consumption and addiction. Devastate your pocket, but you know what? That kind of stuff, that kind of behavior is encouraged here.
There are people now talking about I'm not going to be able to retire on just my 401k. I said these writings been on the wall for at least 30 something years. A lot of y'all have had plenty of time. I'm not knocking y'all, and I think it's wrong, but at the same time, the way the United States is going, you're going to have multiple streams of income. This is why I'm writing books. This is why I'm making soap. Now, soaping is fun for me. I just so happen I'm gonna make some money from it too.
Why not?
That's what I'm saying. But y'all sitting up here looking for some savior. They put Trump on a pedestal. Like he gonna come, he gonna lower the food, he gonna lower the gas. He didn't say
From
that,
day
boo-boo.
one.
Yep,
What day are we in? It's way past day one.
yep. Y'all chose to believe some of those lies yourself. Some stuff you chose to believe a charismatic leader, and now it's costing you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to control my addiction to sexy red.
Yep, because she gonna cost you some money if you ain't careful.
She got her hand all up in my pocket. What?
I'm telling you, this worried me so bad. I already sent my auntie a Mother's Day gift ahead of time.
Say what?
Yeah, and she received it Saturday, Friday or Saturday. Yep.
Did she ask? What's this all about?
Yeah, it was funny because I sent it and she didn't know, and then she texted
Mhm.
me, "This had to be you or your sister or something." She 'cause when I called and talked to her yesterday, she's like, "This I knew it had to be you or your sister." I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Happy Mother's Day."
Why so early? Because it's cheaper. That's what you know.
She understands. Yeah.
I've always had a conflicts. I've always had conflicts with my spouses. Ooh, yeah, more than one,
Yep.
and not at the same time. But what I'm saying is that I always had a conflict with a spouse because I don't purchase goods on right around the holiday to pass them off as presents because that's a tremendous trap right there. Tremendous marketing trap.
I just quit doing it in 2024. That's the first year I don't do it anymore. But keep
Yeah.
going.
You want to buy Christmas stuff? Wait till January, February, then buy it and hold on to it. Put it in storage for the whole year. You'll save tons of money that way instead of waiting for Black Friday. Even Black Friday is marketing scheme.
Yep, it's a gimmick.
I remember one time I walked into a Walmart with my mother-in-law, and just out of curiosity, I'm checking out the price because it's not Black Friday yet, but it's about to be in a couple of days. And I'm looking at the price. I'm like, wow. So when we so when we walked up in that Walmart, and yeah, I was online in the cold ass weather, waiting for the doors to open. And when they did, I happened to go by that same item, and of course, in big old numbers, on sale, good Black Friday sale, blah blah blah. It was the same price as it was when it wasn't Black Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, but then again, people don't pay attention like that. They're distracted." Let me put it up again. Rod threw that out there. Let's put distraction up again. They're distracted.
I don't see the point. I think my biggest mistake, well, God don't make mistakes. I was born in January anyway, where everything go on sale. So my thing is, if you're gonna sell it all the month of January, why am I going through this hoo-ha? There's nothing
They're,
biblical to say that the 25th of
no,
December is Jesus' birthday. So I ain't
no,
going to hell for refusing to buy gifts for other
no,
people
you're
on
not.
somebody else's birthday. Screw it.
You're not gonna go to hell if you choose not to practice what the pagans used to do. The pagans,
Pagans, yeah.
which is they used to go out into a forest, cut a tree, and adorn it with gold and silver.
Uh-huh. And that's in the
Uh.
Bible too. Yep.
You're not gonna go to hell if you don't throw up a Christmas tree.
Nope.
You're not gonna go to hell if you got some Norwegian fat white dude that supposedly comes down your chimney tree with gifts.
I ain't never understood that either. I made this one white lady mad. I'm like, why don't Santa Claus come to the ghetto? And she just got real quiet and act like she was going to ignore me.
He does. He just comes strapped. He's got the
You
AK.
you
Got the.
cannot land on them Negroes' freaking roof with no with on our
They'll shoot you. They'll
yeah.
shoot you.
Santa Claus big. Why we gonna sit them cookies and milk out for you? Them cockroaches gonna get them cookies and milk before
They're
you.
gonna. You're gonna see those cookies walking away.
This one them cookies gonna be walking away when Santa enter.
You're gonna have to crouch down like this to see what the hell's going on. And you're gonna see the roach legs
Yep.
tearing off your cookies.
You really want
That's
us
good.
to? That a big old fat obese white dude is gonna come down a chimney and give
You don't
some
even
stuff.
fit.
It don't fit. It don't make no sense. He sees you when you sleeping and he knows that you when you awake. I don't want you
That sounds
watching
like
me
a
like,
creep.
yep, that sounds like a pedophile to me.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
know,
why
remember
just before
the
Christmas, if I know
right.
that he sees me when I'm sleeping, so I make sure that I try to stay sleeping in the same position as long as I possibly can, which is face up, and I cover myself with a blanket, and underneath the blanket I have a cucumber down there. So when Santa comes to see me while I'm sleeping, yeah, yeah, he's gonna be surprised. He's gonna get jealous. Santa's
Everybody,
gonna get jealous.
there are still some people that stuff is innocent. La la. Remember, the Curtis York was discussing how he's not gonna tell his kids about a Santa Claus and how I agree. Why would you stress yourself out for 11 months out of the year and on the 12th month buy your kids gifts and say an imaginary man bought it for them?
That's marketing. Yeah, that's marketing, and that's great for business.
It's
That's what
great
it
for
is.
it's great for business, but it's stupid for real. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
It ain't good for you.
Nope.
It's good for business, but it ain't good for you.
I remember
But
years
that's
ago, my
uh-huh.
sister told me if you never tell your kids about Santa, you're gonna be a bad mother. I'm like, well, I'm sitting there
Oh
thinking,
my
okay,
goodness.
yep, she
I went
told
through
me that.
that. I went through that.
Do you know the happiest people I grew up with when it comes to Christmas, though I wouldn't get in their religion, is Jehovah's Witnesses?
They be chilling.
Those kids are low key chill. They don't care. They don't cry or nothing that they don't get Christmas gifts.
I'm gonna take it one step further because lately I've been watching this tribe in Africa. Their lives are so simple. The Bushmen, their lives are so simple, and yet this dude shows up with his, I guess, his phone or a camera or something, and they're so happy. They're so happy just to be in front of this guy and start. Yeah, they really talk like that too. Jackson's back, y'alls. Jackson's
is
back, y'alls.
is Hook It Up Homestead around?
Hell yeah, she's been blessing us with stuff like this. Jeremiah. She knows where the she knows where it is where they talk
Oh,
about pagans
oh,
going out
that
and
one is just the most visible scripture. There's more in the Bible that tells you during that time they used to put them evergreen trees and that gift had some kind of evil significance. I keep telling people.
yeah. Yeah, I don't mess with any of that stuff. Ever since I was like what how old was I when I did that? 18 or something like that? 17 when I started reading the Bible from page 1 to the end. Yeah, I saw a lot of
I was more atheist, but I still thought it was sus. I'm like, why these Christians be celebrating this stuff?
yeah, and then they go do stupid stuff after that.
Yep,
But
you silly. But the point is, trucks are about to stop moving. I don't know about your company.
me either. But guess what? While I'm sitting in Phoenix, Arizona, uh, my dispatcher let me know that he was having a hard time finding a load out of Phoenix when we weren't having that problem not too long ago. We weren't having that problem 2 weeks ago. I go to Phoenix, they find a load. Matter of fact, they find a load too fast. I don't even get a chance to rest. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. But this last trip, yeah, I just came from Phoenix. I'm in hot Atlanta right now.
Oh,
Yeah, and yeah, my dispatcher said, listen, when he said that, yeah, I got a little nervous.
But I think your company is one of the big carriers. Yeah.
It's a medium-sized one, and they're not even from the United States.
Uh,
And my boss was steady. Is that somebody's butt?
oh, is it?
And
Oh
those are, he's
wow.
got pants on. He's got tights on.
I'm about to say I see a booty back there.
You see that booty?
Wow, I
Yeah,
see
but
a
nah, he's got. See the crack and everything.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yo,
I wasn't gonna say nothing because I was trying to be polite. Like I see booty cheeks.
crack kills, y'all. No, look that. Nah, he's got pants on. I saw the reflection. I'm looking at the. I'm looking at the screen, and I saw a booty up in there. But the thing is that it's very defined.
Yep.
I'm saying, yo, seriously, you come out here and show your butt like that? Close the curtain, bro.
Yeah. Close it. Yep.
Close that curtain. We don't see your butt. We don't want to see your cheeks.
Sure don't.
Is he opening the door? Yeah, he's opening. He's got the door open and everything now. Oh, there's more than one person in there because that's not the same dude with
Sure
the
ain't.
orange top. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're all up in their business.
Sure.
Look at this.
What? You're like, good night. That person's wearing jeans.
Damn. Oh, that's Seymour right there. Seymour's a truck driver. Booty.
Go in the morning, check on my coworker, and make sure that she knows what's going on.
Oh, she might be distracted.
Now, see, her and her husband once a year go up to what's called Nia Bay up here, a 3 hour drive, and they go halibut fishing. And they'll get enough fresh halibut to last them a while. They'll
Did you ever
go,
check it?
they'll go,
Did you
huh?
did you ever check into that? Because that sounds kind of fishy to me.
It ain't fishy because I overheard.
Halibut?
Stop it. You stop.
Halibut booty. They're up there catching halibut booty. 3 hours
Yeah.
away. Are they in Canada? Are they going
Now,
north or south?
they're going north now. You're not going to Canada, but on a clear day, you can see across to Canada.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm trying to remember where your area is geographically.
Yeah, Nia
And
Bay. I was there once. You can see clean across to Canada.
oh, okay. Yeah, the gluteus, man.
Yep.
Some dude here at the some dude at the truck stop got his gluteus booteus all, all up all up in the video, man. See right there, that truck right there? Homeboy had the booteus all like I thought he was butt naked, but he had
Me
one of
too.
those skin colored pants and but the butt crack was like so pronounced.
Yep.
That's what gave me the impression that man, this dude, he's just like whatever. He don't care. Trucks passing by, people walking by, he don't care. Got the gluteus booteus all out. Like, yo, you trying to compete with me, bro? I got the OnlyFans with me. You know how
No,
I
no,
do.
no,
Huh? Y'all know
no,
how I do.
no. We
Huh?
don't want to know. I just want to
Gee,
check on you because I want to know if you're gonna be okay.
that's a well, okay, so here's one thing I absolutely despise.
Okay.
I do not whenever I transfer money into an investment account, under no circumstance do I want to touch that. Do not
Okay.
touch that.
Okay.
If I have to touch it, I'm going to get very upset. Very upset.
Okay.
Upset to the point where no matter where I'm stuck in the United States, no matter where because if I grab a load and they send me somewhere and they can't find a load where I'm at,
Right?
I'm gonna be in the truck. I'm gonna be so angry. I'm gonna be in the truck, looking at my bunk bed with my gluteus bootius all out, so everybody can see it when they walk by.
Nope.
That's how upset I'm gonna be. Because I usually charge for that, but I'll be so angry. I'm not gonna charge anybody to see the gluteus bootius. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We ain't going for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah,
Man, but
people
what?
but people better get prepared though. I sent DeAndre some stuff. Some of it arrived today, like his hot sauce. That arrived today.
Yeah, he's gonna have to grow some vegetables.
That's what I was trying to tell him because see, he likes talking about that celebrity stuff, and when you get hungry, that's not gonna sustain you.
Better celebrate with some seeds and plant them outside because he's in that type of climate where he can do that.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
Homestead.
Yep. Mississippi got the right type of climate where he can have stuff for 4 seasons.
Yep.
Better get on it.
Better grow some cucumbers.
Yep. Because I know he'll eat them. We know he ain't gonna eat them tomatoes, though they grow well in the South. He ain't gonna eat them. So he better
Nah,
grow some cukes and some snap peas.
he need them cucumbers. Hopefully he
Yep.
cut them up. You know,
Yep.
them cucumber. Now this guy's got his lights beaming too. What the hell is this guy? This guy wants to put on a show.
Yep.
Got to start. You know, even I got nothing but woods all around me, but I'm gonna have to figure something out.
Far as what?
Planting and growing, and
Oh yeah.
'cause I'm surrounded by woods, so
You got a patio, yeah. Hello.
yeah. I was reading what Jackson got thrown off
Oh,
because
okay.
of the booty. Caught him off guard too.
Oh, I thought maybe you done disappeared.
Nah, nah. I'm a slow reader, so he posted 3 words and it took me like an hour to read it. Booty. Yeah. So grow. I mean, close to my house, you know, there's some farmland. I got some farmers around my house. I
But
might be
that's
able
what
to
I'm
barter
saying.
with them.
But that's what I'm trying to say though. Even if
Hmm.
things hit the fan, you're near farmers. Why do you think I talk about community and I go to these farmers markets?
Yeah,
You're gonna need
and
to know those people.
they post up. They got their own. They got their little stands. Some of them go to the main road and post up on the main road with squash and apples and things like that. I haven't seen any cucumbers though, but yeah, but I've seen, you know.
Me, I live by a lot of people out here, and I'm glad I live in this neighborhood where they have it on the side of the road,
That's
eggs.
what I'm talking about. Yeah,
So you got that too, then.
yeah, yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah, we got that. We got fried green tomatoes too.
Oh, them are
Yeah,
delicious.
yeah.
I don't need to eat them, but they delicious.
I'll be posting up with the fried green tomatoes.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got all that here. We got potatoes. We got uh, we've got all types of tubers, all types of squash. Oh snap! You're allergic, Jackson, to tomatoes? No. I have one child that has food allergies.
Really? One of your kids have a food allergy?
Yep, peanuts and tree nuts.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry.
And my brother and I used to be allergic to chocolate, but we outgrew it. And in fact, my brother and I both almost died from an allergic reaction.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I didn't know you could outgrow those allergies.
yeah, you can outgrow allergies.
Oh,
So Homestead is going to be living on catfish and hogs. That's what
that's
she's
smart.
surrounded by.
But that's she's smart though.
That's right, Jackson. See, Jackson figured it out. Jackson figured it out. That's what they got around his way. They got apple bottom butter booty. So you can get that for free, Homestead. Apple bot no. Catfish and hogs. That's what's up. Because you guys were fishing for bait, right? So you use that. So do you use the bait for the catfish? How does that work? I can't comprehend how that is. Who that is?
You got issues. I
Who that? Who
think
that? Who that?
I think that although we're gonna see some bad stuff this year, I think it's gonna carry into 2026.
Damn, that far into the year?
I think it will.
Damn, man. Yeah, well, it's gonna be. There are gonna be some conflicts erupting throughout the world.
Growing your own food has to become something you're gonna do permanently. That's what I'm trying to tell people.
Got to go fishing if you're near the coast.
Yep.
Got to catch it. There's plenty of wild boar all over the place. Wild pigs. There are a lot of wild pigs around.
Yep.
You can catch you a wild pig.
I told
Man,
you my
already?
husband and I. What's up?
Homestead got a freezer full of catfish and hogs.
She's smart though. Just like I'm about to have a second freezer. I mean, I got just one, but I'm being facetious. I'm about to have a freezer full of half a cow again. Remember last year my husband and I bought a half a cow. We just put our down payment again. Now I got to go find somebody to get some chickens from since my one farmer passed away. And I was going to get his bacon, but he passed away early this year and I didn't find out till like early April. He was
Wow, you already got half a cow? So nobody can say that you're a real mooser, huh?
Nope. You quit playing. You stop.
I got one deep freezer full of popsicles.
That's
Popsicles and
bad.
ice cream.
You know that's not gonna help you.
Nutritious.
No, it's not. You need to go get some chickens.
Some chicken popsicles.
Oh
Word.
gosh.
Some hog popsicles.
You're ridiculous. Then you'll probably have a big old thing of homemade soap from me. At least you'll get
I'm gonna
that.
eat that too. I'm
No,
gonna
you
make
ain't
soap
eat.
popsicles.
No, you're not.
That's crazy. I'm gonna do a video of me licking the soap.
That's weird.
Nasty, yo.
That's nasty. Don't do that.
That's some creepy stuff right there. A man on a boat gave us 11 crepey. Is that how you pronounce that, crepey? We cleaned and cooked it on the next day. Wow. 11 of them joints.
She getting that stuff fresh. I bet Hook It Up
Fresh and
Homestead is.
free.
Yep, I bet Hook It Up Homestead is healthy.
She ain't got no pimples.
Nope.
She be getting that fresh and free stuff.
Yep. Yep. She my inspiration. I've been on her channel watching a few of her videos. I did it all yesterday.
So are you inspired? Are you gonna go catch wild hogs up in Washington?
No, I'm not gonna do all that. This is why I had these people and bought half a cow. They can do all the slaughtering. I'm too pretty for that. This is why I told you I admire her because I'm not doing that.
Wow.
But see, the thing is, you know why I keep in contact with that farm? Because I know
Yep.
for a fact they know how to make beef tallow soap because I started buying their soap first before I bought their meat, which means that they may sell tallow for me to make soap if crap hits the fan.
That'd be awesome.
I know what I'm doing.
Looks like Homestead knows what she's doing too, because now her
Oh,
those chickens that she's been posting up.
yep,
Now they got those chickens got chickens, and she got roosters. Man, talk about cock a doodle doo. And then um she must be getting them eggs for free. Everybody's paying $7 a dozen. She getting them for free. Man, that ain't no yoke. She's getting them
yep.
for free.
See, the thing with me, I don't have chickens because, see, to me, we got cougars and gray wolves.
Oh, you got gray wolves?
Yep,
Aren't those bigger than is that the bigger species of wolf?
I think so.
Oh hell no. So
And
if
you
you go
go,
hunting, you gotta watch out for them cougars
that's
and
what
them
I
wolves.
mean. Yep, I haven't
And
seen one in my yard. They don't come too close, but we know they're out here. And I'm not,
wolves are usually in packs.
but that's what I'm saying. And you won't really see those either because they're more off in the greater Seattle area, but we do have them. But the thing about it is that you don't give them any ammunition to show up in your yard either.
So you can't
And
have chickens in your yard because they'll show up.
well, first and foremost, the hawks and the eagles will get the chickens likely first. So,
I don't know. Them chickens put up a pretty good fight. Them hawks may not be getting nothing.
nope, I know a lady that I used to get my eggs from. There was a time when hawks were coming and stealing her chickens on the daily.
Oh hell no. Can't do that. Is there some kind of oh well you got the coop, right? You could
Oh
do a
yeah,
chicken
she
coop.
she she had a little coop and stuff, but see, her husband passed away while visiting family in Alabama, of all places, of COVID. So then she
Oh
quit
Lord.
keeping the chickens. Yeah.
So the hawks and eagles were feasting.
Yep.
I can't do that. Can't play with that.
True.
I got coyotes around my way.
And they will definitely get at them chickens. They're worse than any of them.
Who?
Them
Uh
coyotes.
oh yeah, the coyotes. Yeah, yeah. Them coyotes ain't no joke, man. They're slick too. The way they go around, they act like they're ignoring you, but
That's
they're
what I'm
circling you,
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the worst part. They're circling you while acting like they're ignoring you.
and then they bite the hell out of you.
Yep.
Yeah, can't trust them.
Nope.
Stuff's cray cray. Wow, May 1st. That's right around the corner. That's like right there.
What is that, Thursday?
I think so. Let me
You
check.
weren't lying. I've been monitoring that trend. Come starting in the month of May, stuff gonna hit the fan.
It's gonna hit it. Oh look, they're leaving after
Thank
they
goodness.
after they showed their butt. Let's see. Double check when May 1st is. Let's have a look. See, May 1st is Thursday. Yep, yep.
I'm telling people trucks are about to stop moving. I'm glad I stocked up on seeds and stuff.
That's such an insane statement. Trucks are about to stop moving. That's crazy.
It is because I thought the lady was. And then she said in the video I watched right before I turned on your channel that her husband is a trucker. So I'm like, she would know since she's married to one.
I try to ignore all that stuff.
I don't blame you. Yep. Because it may not even pertain to you.
I hope it don't.
I'm talking about how it's going to affect people who want the goods that come off those trucks. How your naivete and your lack of
Small
preparedness.
businesses, small
Oh,
businesses are going to get devastated.
yep. See, that's what I like about soap. And in the state of Washington, they allow you to have your soap inside your house.
What do you mean?
What I
Washington
was,
be all up in your business like that?
yep.
Oh, hell no.
I have a residential soaping business. Therefore, the brick and mortars, this is about to get ugly.
Yeah, brick and mortar, of course, they got higher expenses.
I'm
Curious to
all
know how the
here.
how the tax rate is between a home business and a brick and mortar establishment in Washington.
Me too. I'm just learning these things. But it's not in my best interest to own a brick and mortar given what's happening right now.
Ah, man, brick and mortars. Listen, you, I can only speak on a couple of states here in the Northeast, but when you got a brick and mortar establishment, you got to deal with so many regulations.
Yep.
You got the town all up in your booty. The town will leave you just like that dude was, with your booty all out. Inspection after inspection, all kinds of crazy certifications that you need, things that you have to post on your business, things related to their pay, things related to healthcare, things related to their what their rights are, and you have to have them posted and clearly posted.
Yep. I know in Washington, if you have a brick and mortar, you have to have it clearly posted.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Even as a landlord, this is crazy. Uh, for my own defense, I had to have a sign on my property stating that there's no loitering, no this, no that. For my own defense, I had to have signs like that on my property. Because if not, crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, so with brick and mortar establishments, and people are clueless about the type of pressure that you're under from the state, from the town, as a brick and mortar establishment, the type of cutthroat stuff your competitors will do to you. Crazy. That's why I lick the honey. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I lick on that honey.
I see that.
I lick on it. And I think this is local honey too, I think, from my area.
See, that's the same thing. I got
Right?
honey that's local. I haven't, I rarely, if ever, buy honey from the grocery store.
Right. I pick it off a wooden crate right by the road.
And I get it at the farmer's market. I might get some of the Mi Familia swap meat this Friday too.
There you go. But you pay a little more, but if you want to stay healthy, you got to pay a little more now so you don't pay
And
tons later in medical
later.
fees.
Yep.
Because you're going to be paying way more later on.
I
That's why I
agree.
lick. Yeah, that's why I lick the honey. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sexy red, where you bees right now?
She don't bees where you is.
Yeah, in my pocket.
Got issues.
Taking all my money.
Yep.
For reals. I'm gonna make this a shorter live than what I usually.
Oh, good, because I gotta hit that. I gotta hit the sack in a little bit. I got to be up for work in the morning.
I'm gonna put some honey on my sack. What?
Don't do,
The
no
honey.
nobody no nobody asked you all that.
Lord have mercy. Yo, Homestead, I feel for you. Seriously.
What she say?
When she goes shopping, when she goes anywhere, when she has to buy something, she has to buy for 6. The chillins, you know?
Oh, okay.
If you only buy 1 or 2 of them, that's gonna start off a war. That's gonna set it off. How come he got one? How come she got one? And I didn't get one. No, y'all gonna share. I don't want to share this. There ain't enough. Hush up your mouth. Yeah, them kids be duking it out.
Yeah.
That's why my little one just takes, and the boys just complain. But she just takes. She don't even acknowledge their complaints. She just says mine. Grabs it. We'll see what happens when she becomes a teenager. She does that to them. They're probably gonna chin check her, or she's gonna chin check them. One or the other. Yeah, 'cause that girl, the way she is, man. I don't know. Yeah. She goes up to her mother. Her mother's cooking. She goes up to her mother. I mean, she wants her mother to pick her up, and she better not say no.
Oh
She
wow.
wedges she wedges her whole body in between herself and the stove, pushing her. Wife gets aggravated, screams on her.
Oh.
She don't care though. Nah, you're gonna pick me up. Yeah, that's why I threatened to slap her, and she just laughs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she just laughs. So, yo, what? You want one of these from your father, huh? She goes, ha. Oh shit, that's funny. Oh man, I'm in trouble now. She's laughing at me now. I'm in trouble. Uh-oh. Got somebody back in there. So yeah, so I'm gonna end this live right here, right now.
All right, y'all. It's been a good one. Have a good night.
Or do you guys want to wait till I strip and then
No, good night. Good night, Mr. Burns.
with
Stay
the
fresh and keep it profitable. Good night.
with the booty or
No.
yeah,
Good night. Good night, Mr. Burns.
stay fresh. Peace.